I'm a consulting forester, a member of Society of American Foresters, and I've been involved with Hilltown Land Trust for about 35 years. I oversaw a harvest here on the Stevens lot over the last couple of years. As part of our stewardship on Hilltown Land Trust property, above all else, we want to be sustainable. We want to incorporate as many elements of today's forest into the future forest as possible. When we heard that the River Valley Co-op was making a new building, we volunteered to supply some timber for their outdoor eating area. These oak timbers that have framed this outdoor eating area and the front of the building were harvested right up the road, harvested locally as part of a timber harvest that we did on Hilltown Land Trust property. We did the harvest, sent the timbers over to Lashway Lumber in Williamsburg, so it was sawn locally, and then went to a millwork workshop. Architectural timbers in Hadley shaped them and notched them and so forth, and then Wright Builders to put it in place. So the great thing about it is that this is locally grown and harvested and milled timber. So it supports the community. It's better for the planet. You can go and see the property 10 miles down the road where the stuff was harvested, and it's really beautiful. I think it adds a lot to the look of the building and the character of it. And I think it's a natural relationship between Hilltown Land Trust and the River Valley Co-op. I think a lot of the clientele of each organization would overlap.
Hilltown Land Trust manages several properties around the Hilltowns, and our largest one is in a piece of it in West Hampton and a piece in Huntington. It's about 725 acres of land protected by Hilltown Land Trust. It was really important to Hilltown Land Trust that some of the wood be milled and used locally. Actually, when Hilltown Land Trust did a timber harvest on this same property 12 years ago, timber from that harvest was used to frame the Northampton store. So it just made sense to revive this partnership with the local co-op, and it really fits with their commitment to using local products. And by opening up a forest gap, we could create a view that allowed you to see both Mount Monadnock and Mount Greylock.
When we stood here 3 years ago, you wouldn't have known that Mount Greylock was right there. And we didn't really know if we'd be able to see it or not, because we were thinking, well, maybe there'd be another hill in the way. But sure enough, eventually we cleared enough trees, and there it is right there. Yeah, that's it, Mount Greylock. We're sponsoring a work day on Friday of this week where we're going out and putting seedling protection tubes around the oak seedlings that have come in our harvest area to protect those seedlings from browsing by deer and moose, so that they'll make it into the next generation of trees, at least some of the red oaks. We were harvesting anyway for habitat and forest resilience reasons. Most often, people have no idea where their wood comes from and have no idea where the wood goes when there's a harvest. So having that connection, I think, is something that we really need to do. Kind of doing for wood what the Buy Local has done for farms. It's locally produced, sustainable wood that being Wild About Local should extend to. We care about where our food comes from. We care about where our building products come from too. So.
It's wonderful, and it's nice as somebody who is a member of the co-op. It's nice to come here and be able to see and know where it comes.
Yeah, we're good. The Stevens property, and you can go hiking there if you access the Hilltown Land Trust's website. There's a little button you can push, Hike the Stevens property, and you can click on that and get a map and see where we harvested.
Cool.
Nice.
Hey, we should do that hike.
Oh yeah, it's a fun hike. It's fabulous.
When this project came about with River Valley, when Lincoln came to us and said, hey, I got a job, but there's kind of a twist to it. Being a fourth generation family business owner, that's what we want. We want to be part of the community. We want to go into these local places and say, we did that. That's pretty darn cool. It is an amazing community. It really is that satisfaction of doing what you love.
Yeah.
created important habitat for bird species that are in decline in the region. We opened up an expansive and attractive view on a public trail, and we milled much of the wood locally and donated some to the local food co-op.
It's a nice connection and makes it worthwhile. It gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling.
Making something useful that you can see in use.
Yes,
And
see in
you
use.
know the people that are using it is
That's
a cool
right.
thing.